Melvin Dumar is going to get $156 million or anything like it. Nah, I'm not going to see that money. That's all right. Because you know what happened? Howard Hughes sang Melvin Dumar's song. That's what happened. He sang it.
Disagree on this one.
Okay.
Let's move on to one that I think we agree on, and I sure think this is one of the best movies of the year. It comes a movie I have a real affection for. It's a slice of American life called Melvin and Howard, and it's an update of that old Horatio or Alger dream where you do a millionaire a favor and he includes you in his will. Well, this time, though, the story is allegedly based on fact. The millionaire is Howard Hughes, and the hero is Melvin Dumar, an Utah gas station operator who's driving his pickup truck through the Nevada desert one morning when he comes across a man who looks like an old tramp. He gives him a lift. Jason Robards plays the old man, Howard Hughes, and Paul Amat plays Melvin Dumar, who thinks he's a great songwriter.
Santa called his elves together to soup up his old sleigh, so Rudolph and the other reindeer could rest on Christmas Day. It's got 1,000,000 miles to travel and to do it in one day, and that's why Santa Claus has a souped-up Santa sleigh.
Enough, sir.
Come on, you haven't even heard the good part yet. It's dramatic narration. It's like Red Sovine. Hey, up there, fat man, what are you doing on my roof? Why, I don't care if you're Santa Claus.
Please stop.
What's the matter?
My ear.
I told you we should have stopped back there. Now, just sing along with me. This is the chorus. It's got a rocket burning mighty quick, turn souped up Santa's sleigh. Comes in like a streak of light and it goes out the same way.
No,
You got it?
No, I don't know.
Listen, man, you sing this or you walk. Okay? He's got a rocket burning mighty quick, turn souped up Santa's sleigh. He's got a rocket burning mighty quick, turn souped up Santa's sleigh. You got it, you're getting it. Hey now, fat man, I told you to get off my roof. That chimney's too small and you're gonna fall. Come on down off that roof. Now this is the last verse. When you hear that rocket roar, you know Santa's on his way. Okay, you ready?
When you hear that rocket roar, you know Santa's on his way.
But he'll be back again next year in his souped-up Santa sleigh.
But he'll be back again next year in his souped-up Santa sleigh.
Hey, that's great, man. Hey, you know what?
What?
You sounded good.
That's a great scene there with those two guys in the cab. It looks like it might be visually boring, you might think, but I was really absorbed in that, and you can see in there, I think, the relationship between those two people. Now, here's what I like best about Melvin and Howard. After that encounter in the desert, the movie forgets all about Howard Hughes for the next hour or so and concentrates instead on the life of its unlikely hero, Melvin Dumar. Melvin goes through 2 marriages, 3 repossessed cars, several jobs, and such major crossroads in his life as being named Milkman of the Month.
Here's $225 this time, Bonnie.
Really?
225 is right.
See, I'm going to win that TV. I'm going to be the milkman of the month.
Well, you're in the lead, Melvin. You want to know something? I'm rooting for you.
Are you married, Bonnie?
Hey, Melvin. Listen, I wanted to tell you, you're doing a real good job.
Well, thank you.
Only thing is, hey, Harry, you remember that engine you blowed up your first week?
Hi, Jake. How you talking?
Not now, fellas. I was talking to Mr. Rockwood about it. Now, the only thing we can figure out to do is deduct it.
What? Now, wait a minute.
Look, we'll take it real slow. We'll take it real easy. A few dollars a week, you won't even feel it.
Listen, that wasn't even my fault. That truck was a piece of junk when you gave it to me.
You signed a note, Melvin.
Don't you know I'm on the top of the list to win the Zenith 190K with the triple scope screen?
Look, Melvin, what can I tell you? You know we base Milkman of the Month on the net. And with these deductions coming up, I don't see how you're even going to be in the running.
No, that's my TV, you understand? That's for my wife, for my kid, and I'm going to be the milkman of the
Let
month.
go, Melvin. Look, you let go or you don't come back here tomorrow.
Well, what about it, huh? Come on, am I the milkman of the month or not?
Yeah, you're the Milkman of the Month.
You get the TV set, too?
Yeah, you get the set.
ahead and deduct whatever you want. You know it.
Winning that TV set is nothing because one day Melvin Dumar's life really changes. 7 years after that night in the desert, Howard Hughes dies, and a mysterious last will and testament turns up in Melvin's gas station. Now, if that will is genuine, Dumar stands to inherit $156 million from the Howard Hughes estate. The movie has a field day with what happens next. Melvin and his wife are besieged by long-lost relatives, shyster lawyers, quick-buck artists with overnight propositions to start businesses. And the movie Melvin and Howard is quietly funny and perceptive as it turns the American dream inside out.
You know what I loved about this picture? I expected it to be an examination of whether or not Melvin Dumar in reality ever met Howard Hughes, and is the Mormon will real?
And who cares?
This film is really, as you called it, a slice of life. They forget that stuff pretty much. It is really just an investigation of what this sort of middle American character is all about, all the products he's involved in, and what his life is like. It's delightful. I think that really sets the scale of this picture. It's a small little film, but absolutely delightful in every single performance.
It shows a lot of imagination on the part of the screenwriter, Bo Goldman, who started out with the story, and then Jonathan Demme directed it. Then instead of turning it into a courtroom drama, which would have been terribly boring with what the witnesses said and who was lying and what the evidence was and what the lawyer said, instead they have that at the end for a little bit, and at the beginning they have him meeting Howard Hughes. Then they expand the middle. 7 years in between. How did this guy live? If you have ever wondered what happens to the contestants on The Price is Right, you know, when they're not, go for the refrigerator, this is the story of what those people do the rest of the time. It's a fascinating,
just delightful. The film has gotten tremendous praise from critics across the country. I hope people don't walk in thinking it's Gone with the Wind or something like that. A small scale, absolutely lovely film.
Right. Now, 2 big yes votes, though, for Melvin and Howard, the wonderful slice of American life about a gas station attendant who almost becomes a millionaire.